Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot I zoomed in on it. So I can actually do this. Where's that dot coming from? Oh, it's the cameras? Huh? Where's that coming from? Oops, oopsie. Let me see something. Yeah, right about there. I need something. Okay, so I'm changing up my lights and bringing in lights at different angles for you to hit the shadows at a different angle. And I've also angled my camera a little bit different. I guess I'll start mentioning this one to make it easier to spot the imagery. Look for the eyes. You'll usually find the eyes, the noses, and the mouths first, and then look around at it a little bit, and then you'll find that image. And just keep in mind that it's image within image within image. I'll also recommend that you can use camera phone is ideal because you can zoom in and out of the imagery. So even right now watching this video, you can take your camera phone out and you'll be able to change your depths and your angles, and you'll be able to change the imagery yourself and get a feel for what I'm trying to explain to you. And this is just a moon photograph on a turntable, and I'm just going to watch it at this angle come through and look at the imagery. And maybe I'll bitch about some things as I go along. the fuck that light is. Something in my phone flashing. I bet you the camera light's on. Probably going a little deeper too, seeing that I'm not that close. So I don't touch it. There you go. So I don't stop it. There we go. Fucking beauteous, man. I gotta make some more music too, so I only got these 4 shitty sounds on the soundtrack. I just don't know if I feel like doing that today. It's fucking unbelievable, man. It's fucking nice. When I get back over to the videos and I put my little glass clock, glass cover over the computer screen, I'll be able to trace all this shit out with the electrical tape. I bought, big spender, man, big spender. I bought a package of different color electrical tape. I think I'm gonna try that now and see, because I'm noticing with the color spectrum changes, man, it's major fucking, you can change layers. You know, you change up the color spectrum and you change layers. I didn't realize that it was the color spectrum that was going to do that. I thought it was going to be the angle, but it's not. It's light spectrum and color spectrum that changes you in layers, and angles are going to change the imagery, how the size of it. That's how you end up stretching. That's how you can stretch images and shit like that. It's fucking cool, man. Let's see which one am I holding this thing so upside down so I can like this. Which one am I using right now? Fucking light, man. Why is it not working? There we go. Oh shit, Rufus. Rufus, what the fuck, man? What's going on? What's up, man? Shit, Rufus. What happened to the moon? You mean it's not a big fucking ball of cheese floating around in fucking outer space? Fucking assholes. Beautiful. I like this little light, man. I like this little light. So it's showing you right now all those grains that are coming in towards the bottom when you got the light clearly. It's amazing that this happens with print because it's on a thin piece of paper with a thin layer of ink, and the shadows still get thrown around in there to show you the imagery so clear. It's what I'm trying to explain to you guys. The builders want us to see the system. Even the creator might want us to see the system too, But everyone refuses to fucking look. And we keep going with the biosystem. I mean, you got to think about it. If the creator's obviously the one setting the program. So if the program is feline, canine, rodent, ape, human, and beast, I don't know how the other species all came into play. We still got a lot. I mean, if nobody's even willing to look, then how the fuck are we supposed to find out all that other shit? I mean, I point out all the time in my videos, I only got fucking 30 years. If we all got together on this and everybody went and looked, this would happen really fast. And we could just say, take back the system, you know? At least, like I said, at least not go along with the zombies anymore. And if they want to continue the zombies over the next, several generations, obviously our children's generation are fucked. I don't see anything, no matter the age or whatever, they're so computer bound. Faces are stuck in them fucking things and they're so programmed. The education system, they've been fucked. We fucked our kids. So I don't know what generation will finally wake up and start fixing all of this and go back to the way that it used to be for at least, a certain amount of people. The other 7.8 billion zombies, if they're going to remain in their comas, just going to have to let them, and just keep pointing it out nicely as we can that, look, that's not the way it is. You can see the system for yourself. You can keep claiming that you're sending rockets into fucking outer space and everything, but don't expect us to believe that nonsense. We're showing you the system. You're denying it. It's right in front of your face. Come on, we'll look at the trees. We'll look at the mountainsides. We'll look at the fucking waters. We'll look at the stones, the rocks. We'll look at it all and show you that we're living in an electromagnetic nanocarbon system. I can see the fucking builders all around me, building me right now, building you right now, for your entire existence. We can see this now. It's not fucking. It never was hidden, really. That's the thing. It's weird about it they can't hide it. They can't hide it. It's all around you. It's everywhere you look. So what they tell you is, in part of your program is, if you see anything like what I'm showing you here, that you're supposed to say that's your imagination. That's your imagination. But the guy with the white beard that's up in the clouds directing 7.8 billion people and everything that they do at all times, and all the other creatures on the earth and all this shit, and that's, what does he call that? That's your reality? They're sure to fuck live by that reality, because that's how we fucking live our lives. That's how we bury our dead. That's how we do everything, is through these religions. It's all through these religions. And it goes the same thing for the outer space religions and the scientism, which is just more religions. It went from philosophy over to science, and then science is just an extension of philosophy. All useless, don't even need any of it. Yes, in the fake biosystem it comes in handy, but we don't need it. It's all unnecessary. Gears, wheels, wasted energy, all that, it's all wasted energy. We don't need it. We could do so much better for ourselves. But again, nobody will look. Nobody will even begin to look. So what generation does finally wake the fuck up and start pulling out of this and saying, oh, come on, you gotta be kidding me? Because what I'm trying to do right now with everybody is I'm trying to put this in your conscious mind. It's been in your subconscious mind all along. No matter what you think, I'm showing it to you. It should be sinking in your conscious mind. So even if you're not catching all the images, I know you're seeing some of them. It may be hard because they're camouflaged, and not camouflaged, but collaged. And the collage thing, that's the thing, they're not camouflaged. Only humans only camouflage them. The system collages them. And that's because it's from the veil to the ground that way. It's like I was saying in the last video. One day I'll say it's a light bulb. Next day it's a magneto. I heard other people say things that they wanted to bring me down the roads. Like Matt from Quantum of Conscience one day was on it doing a video, and he was compared, I think he even wrote it in his book, that he compared it to a snow globe, like a snow globe, because he wants to give you the picture of all the speckles floating around in the air. It's not a bad image to give you, because I was going to use the candy story. Remember that's again, all propaganda fucking movies too, unfortunately. That was Charlie in the Candy Factory there one. Yeah, so that movie there, remember they kid, the little fat kid, goes. Oh no, it wasn't the fat kid. It was the other kid. He gets transferred, and the carbons are going up through the air, across the ceiling, and then down into the television. Right? It's Candy Vision or whatever the fuck it was. The story was. That also gives you a description of what I'm describing. The the Matrix, the movie The Matrix. That's why a lot of people will claim that it's a Matrix, because they'll bring up the movie and they'll say, "Oh, what you're describing, that's in the Matrix books or whatever." And I'll say, "No, no, because those were all different programs. They're all close, but so is Catholicism, so is Christianity, so is physics. So they're all got some little bits and pieces of truth in them, you know." And then especially if you're going to use them in a biosystem. So as far as the biosystem goes, then yeah, they're all useful in a lot of ways, but not for reality. If you really want to just deal in reality, I'm going to fast forward over here. I like coming through here, don't get me wrong, because it is a lot of imagery. Maybe I should just let it run through. This is the area that we're coming up on, is the Sea of Tranquility, they call it, I guess, in their scientific fucking realm. And it's filled with imagery. Matter of fact, I'll let it run through because the lights are there anyway, so we'll just let it keep going. I'm going to do a few of these on the turntable tonight. And I can move some lights around to make it better, probably. Let's see. Yeah, that's nice too, huh? Maybe I should run it over there for a little while. Let's see. Right there's nice. Yeah, that's not bad. All right, so in here, same thing. If you keep an eye out in here, look at all the grain, and then look within the area for the imagery. You'll see it. I'm seeing it. I'm able to break it out. Now I'm only giving you, this is what I'm going to call shadow imagery, because I can pull in all of this imagery really good for you at different angles, and I will when I'm not on the turntable. I'll just take the camera in my hand and I'll bring you in and show you every little angle is going to show you different images more clearly. So even though you're seeing these in white and black shadows, white and gray shadows, look in at them. Just look at them, all faces, and then start paying attention to the faces as it's coming around. We're going to leave the Sea of Tranquility. I mean, that's the biggest area that right here, this whole area here. It's fucking amazing, man. It's amazing that we all missed this all along. I don't know why. I don't know. I'm just so fucking zombified. I mean, for myself, I'm saying anyways, it's unbelievable that I fucking missed this all my life. I'm giving you a little bit of the north because I don't want to keep zooming in, because then I lose the images coming up from, coming into the camera from the bottom. Again, I'm allowing the cropping to happen. Naturally, it comes through the camera, and then all of a sudden you'll pick up two eyes coming up through, and then all of a sudden you'll keep an eye on that, and then you'll see the nose and the mouth and whatever, Because, I mean, I see them all everywhere, so I'm sure you're going to see them too. Anybody coming to these videos. The only thing is and I want you to do it. There's no reason why you shouldn't. It's too easy not to. I mean, it's too easy. Everybody should do this. Is go look at some videos and some photographs of the moon, of the full moon. Take your camera in your hand and look around at them. You don't have to. It don't have to be on my channel. It'd be any fucking moon. I'm confident. I'm confident. Any moon. That's the beauty of it. The moon never changes. When I'm doing this in clouds and shit like that, they're rolling by. You're not going to get them again. Waves, they're rolling by. You're not going to get them. Ice and snow is melting as time is going by. And other shit gets kicked on it. Things like that. Trees, branches can fall down, whatever. Rocks can be chipped up and smashed up and whatever. The moon, as far as I can prove so far, nothing ever changes. All the imagery always stays the same. I'm looking for those white dots that I'm hoping the wandering stars I'm going to find moving around on there. I'm going to start, like I said, taking photographs a few times a month, photos, and print them and save them throughout the year and then try to match them up one over the other. I'm looking for the right camera, though. I'm looking for the right camera. I like the Vivitar's center lens cameras. They only weigh a couple ounces. They're very light. They're cheap. They're only, I bought the last one I had for $12 on the sales shelf. And they're center lensed, and they're not the what do you call it? The fish eyes. I hate those stupid fish eyes. All those sports lenses and shit, they're all fish eyes. They fuck you up. They distract you. They lie to you. So at least the wide angle lenses and these telescopic lenses and the magnifying glass and the microfying lens and shit like that, they don't lie to you. You know, they don't lie. You can look around with them and they're telling you the truth. Same thing with the camera. It's been said since the invention of the camera is that the camera will see, 10,000 things that the human doesn't see in any given situation. And that's true. It's definitely fucking true. Because the camera will circle the images for you. So if you have one of those cameras that centers the images, sometimes when you're moving your camera around, like when I'm doing clouds or anything like that, even trees, it's amazing. All of a sudden, my eyes will lock onto something, and then zoom, the camera circles it. And I'm like, wow, it sees that image. It's circling right on its nose. That's fucking amazing. And then I'll move the camera again. And then sometimes the camera will find an image before I do. And it circles its nose. And I'll be like, no shit, man. The camera is fucking smarter than the zombie slaves are. Because the camera sees it. The camera's not afraid to look. The zombie slave is afraid to fucking look. Oh, no. It's fucking space aliens. It's God. Oh, the devil did all this. Oh, Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves did all that. Oh, no. Fuck me, man. And a million other bullshit stories out there. The whole thing of us living in a hologram, it's not a fucking hologram either. We're not living in a fucking hologram. You guys take too much human influence, and instead of just going and looking and seeing it for yourselves, it's not. I'm not just talking to one or two people. I'm saying the whole 7.8 billion. Everybody. No one will go and fucking look. Because if they did, they would have told me about it. Someone would have told me about it. No one's come and told me in my 50 fucking years of life. No one's ever showed me what I'm now trying to show you. So if they did come to me with anything like this, I certainly wouldn't be saying, oh yeah, that's because psychic ability. That's the psychics. Or, oh, yeah, that's space aliens put us here. And you can go, there's a lot of guys talking about that online. It's space aliens put us here so many millions of years ago. There's evidence on the cave wall of the space aliens, and you can get the fuck out of here, man. Don't do none of that shit. That's all human influence, human programming. No, don't do it. Go look for yourselves. Don't bring none of the religions into it. Just look. And then once you look for a couple years, then let's fucking talk. Then let's see what your ideas are and your thoughts are. Because right now, all your thoughts and all your ideas, and anywhere, I'm saying this because a lot of people have been trying to send me down many, many other roads. Those roads are already laid out for us. I don't want those roads. Those are programs. Not interested. If nobody wants to help, I'll figure it out myself. But it sure fuck would be nice to have everybody on board. Because it would go so much faster. There's a lot of shit that your shitty ass fucking education might even come in handy for. Like I always say, if you do the opposite of everything they fucking taught you, I think we get somewhere. I don't even know the shit they taught you. So you got up on me there. You're up on me there. But unfortunately, you refuse to go and forget everything you ever learned just to go and look first now. Forget all the propaganda. Forget all the fucking, Indoctrination. Forget all that, everything you ever learned. Don't go there yet. Forget the religions. Don't think about them yet. Then, after you look for a couple of years, then go back with everything that you learned, and then you'll say, okay, so if I just do the opposite of this, then I'll see that. If I do the opposite of this, I can find the sine frequencies. If I do the, that's another thing. I got some shit coming up on lights and sine and the sonic waves, they call them, the sonic waves to kill the Metellus, that are really fucking good. I've been testing them out for a couple weeks now. Ziggy was the one that gave me that idea. He was being a smartass one day about something, and I said I was gonna try it, and it's fucking working. And it's not, and they're not even the sonic killers for mites or anything. As a matter of fact, they say on there they don't work for mites, but they work. They definitely work. I just don't know how many strains they work for. And another thing is they don't kill. They're only repellers. And I was against repellers to kill the Metellus. I thought that it was better to kill the Metellus, but then again, when you think about it, I mentioned this in other videos, you are killing the host as you're killing the Metellus, because there's a lot of aggressive killing methods to killing these Metellus. There's millions of different strains of nano Metellus, and they're all over in our shit, man. They're in every fucking thing. So in order to kill them, you have to kill the host. We're better off, I guess. Some of these people, I'll have to go back and look at their videos, but there were a lot of people that were repelling them, and I was ranking them out, and I was saying, that's stupid. That doesn't make any sense, because they're going to keep coming because you're not getting rid of the eggs and the larvae. Well, if you think about it, same thing with the coconut oils and the other absorption things. Same thing. They don't kill. There's only one that kills the eggs and the larvae. But peroxide, for example, or any bleaches or anything, you're only killing the living ones. You're not killing anything that's still in an egg or in the larvae. So there's only one thing that I found that does that. The medical industry has a couple of other ones that they use in the medical industry. But those are also very aggressive. So I thought that using vinegars and shit like that only repel them. But what the fuck's the difference? Because now that I'm using the sonic thing, I'm saying to myself, it is pretty decent. You're not in any kind of pain or anything, and it's definitely working. They are repelling, and they just go away. They just slowly go away. It's almost like spraying your plants down. If you see Metellus all over your plants, then you can go spray your plants down with a water mixture, of course, watered down alcohol, and you'll watch them slowly die. They don't really die right off. And then you can spray them with another plant, same situation, and with a vinegar, water and vinegar, and you'll just slowly go away. They'll go away slowly over 2-3 days. They won't even go away within a half hour, an hour if you spray them with alcohol. Because the alcohol will kill them, but not if it's watered down, and not if it's like a 20-30% alcohol or something like that, or even a 5% alcohol, because you want to make sure you don't kill the plants too. And then you can do the same thing with coconut oil. Coconut oil, you can only do the underside of the leaves, because otherwise they'll burn, because it leaves a coating on there. And coconut oil is real fucking tough on everything, man. I learned so much shit about coconut oil too with killing the Metellus. It does a wonderful job to kill the Metellus, and it's the only thing that blows them up large enough so everybody can see it. Because I want everybody to fucking see what it is we're dealing with again. You can see them with your own eyes, but yet everybody refuses it. It's fucking ridiculous. Wait a minute, I found a way to blow them up so that you can see the nanos and you can see the electrodes even better than you normally could. So that tiny, tiny microscopic little fucking black fleck that's an electrometellus, now you can blow it up with alcohol, proving many, many things. And then once it's blown up, you can see it now. But most people don't want to see this happening to themselves anyway. They'd rather hear, oh yeah, you got fucking cirrhosis of the liver. Yeah, you got diabetes. Yep, you got cancer. Yep, you got Alzheimer's. Yep, you got asthma. Yeah, you got Lion Mama Conan 19. Yeah, you got all that. Yep, you got one or the other. Because I don't know what the fuck Metellus you got, but they don't tell us about it. The coconut oil goes through synthetics really bad. It fucks up synthetics, and there's something to that as far as them blowing up the Metellus the way they do. It's very strange. They don't do it to any other type of insect that I know of. I think it's because the nanos and the electros are absorbing creatures. They absorb everything. They don't have mouths. They don't have ears. They don't have eyes. They absorb everything. Kind of like I was saying in other videos, that's the way we used to be when we were very electrical. We didn't need them. We could hear, smell, see everything just with the waves, the sine waves. Bouncing the energy off ourselves. Man, we must have been really something. We must have been really something back then. I'm thinking there's a 50-50, and I only say that because I'm selfish and greedy myself too. I still got humanism in me. I'm still fucking human. So even though I'm looking at the other side of the way we used to be, I still say to myself, man, imagine if we went back to that way. There was no male and female, right? At that time, there was no male and female. We were both the same when that started. Just like the Metellus. Just like the Metellus. The Metellus don't have sex. They're sexless creatures. At least when they get down to the most of the hybrids are sexless, and then the electros, they're all sexless, and all the nanometals are all sexless. They're all just born pregnant. And that's the thing about killing them, is that the eggs and the larvae. But you know what? Ziggy was wrong again too, because I've been testing the ultraviolet light, and it's way better than any other light for killing the Metellus. I can't find any other light. I can find lights that calm them down. I can find lights that repel them, but I've never found anything that killed them, and this light feels like it's killing them. Unless it's just repelling them too, because using the coconut oil at the same time, it's hard to tell. But I'm going to try it now in the grow rooms for another month. I'll try it in the grow rooms and see if it works on the plants just as well as it's working on the cat, and just as well as it works on me when I'm taking the light in the corner of my eye, because I don't want to look directly into it. But it definitely kills the Metellus all over the counters and in the bathroom when I opened up the wall. All those Metellus, they die out. They just, I guess they either die off or they walk away. I don't know. They don't like the light. Because I just hang the light there overnight and the entire thing's fucking cleaned up. But of course, their webs are left behind. So the webbing is left there, and there's eggs and larvae and eggs inside the webs. I'm going to have to go through that. I can't wait to get to all that too, but I'm still like probably 150, 200 videos away from that. And then now, if I'm going to go and make up for that, for the videos that got deleted, then that's another story as well. Let me try to plug this in while I got it on here. You know, that's another story too. So here comes the guy that I was tracing out the other day. I don't have any pointer on me, but you could see in his face, you know, if you turn your head sideways to the left, you'll see him coming in with the chain coming down his neck and everything. But when you see the detail in the face, you know, you're not even at the right angle. I'm asking you to turn your head, because if I take the camera and come around at different angles, I can get them really nice. And I will do all that stuff. I will run through and everything. I have no choice. I got to do it. I have to lay into the moon, and then now I have to redo them all. So what am I going to be short now? 32 plus the other ones, 26 or 28 or something there. So a lot of fucking videos. Oh, fuck me, man. Pain in the balls. And then, you know, YouTube's trying to blame me for doing that, because I did write a message to them saying what happened, and they said I had to press, that I probably pressed the wrong box when I meant to delete the other two videos, and but that's not, you know, in other words, that's what they're claiming, is that it was my mistake. That's the only way it could have been my mistake. That's the way I'm taking it, is that they're saying that I hit the wrong box when I hit onto it. But I didn't. I hit onto two videos that were already deleted. There were two videos there that were already deleted, and I hit on one of them to see why it was deleted. And when I hit onto it, right, or did it say, or was it a failed upload? No, it said deleted. It said deleted. It said upload was deleted. It said so. Two of them that said that. So I said, what the fuck's going on here? So I went in there, knowing that it wasn't me that did that, and then as soon as that window popped open, all of a sudden the blue bar started running like crazy at the top of the screen, saying 30 videos being deleted. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So then I closed out of there, tried to hit back up and back myself out. And then once I put myself through all that nonsense, what a bunch of drama, man. Bunch of fucking YouTube drama shit. And then anyways, once I got through that, I went back last night and I'm looking around to see what else they deleted and stuff like that, how many videos I got. I can't really keep track of the old videos, you know. I had 4,000 something videos at one time, sometimes more, I don't know. And then when I started this series, I think I was only at 1,000 or something. And yeah, it's fucking weird, man. It's fucking weird. So I know it wasn't me. I know I didn't do it. So then I went back and I started looking, and I found another gap in the Harald Kautz series. And I'm like, this is fucking weird. I don't remember this. So what they usually would do, whenever they're going to delete videos, first of all, only one or two at a time, so that I won't notice them. And then when I was doing the Tripping Sponge series with Rick, Rick was keeping an eye on it because he was probably the only one watching my videos, and he was keeping an eye on it. He's like, "Oh, that video disappeared, or this video disappeared, and shit like that." And I was like, "Yeah, you're right. This is weird." And they were mostly Jamie Lee videos from Jamie Lee from A Plain Truth videos were all getting disappearing, and Quantum of Conscious series was disappearing. And at the time, I just got done with the Santos series, and those I didn't really notice any major, maybe one or two here and there of moon videos, and I could never figure out. I always like to know what it is I either say, do, show, whatever it is, when they delete one or two videos. I'm saying, what's in that video that they didn't like? I don't even remember what the fucking video was. I don't have a log of all this, so I don't even remember what it was about. Especially the way I jump around. Was it about Morgellons? Was it about fucking Metellus? Was it about the moon? Was it about clouds, rocks? What the hell was in there that they seen that they had to go in and delete it? And at that time too, I found out that all the people that were had broken into my account, there were several towns all around me. Why would that many people? I mean, at the time it was like 12. I had to sit in front of the computer for hours. Not, and I'd say 6 out of the 12 were right around me. The rest of them were all over the place. And the YouTube needed me to answer these security questions in order to ban that particular computer from ever getting into my account again. So I had to do that. So I had to sit back one at a time and fuck around and knock everybody out of my channel. Once I got everybody out of the channel, I didn't hear nothing about that for a long time, maybe 3 months or so, and then all of a sudden it started happening again. And by that I said, "Fuck it, let them fucking go in there and knock the videos out. What the fuck do I care?" And I never. And that was another thing I never understood. I've seen them. I've seen people who sabotage go onto other people's channels, and they can not only delete their videos, but like people like Rufus. Rufus could come in, take over the channel if he wanted to, and then say a bunch of bad shit about me and then lock me out of my own channel. I see it happening to other people. My whole thing is, I'm a nobody. I got no subs. The 60 subs that I got on my channel, they're really not 60 subs. I mean, I know I get like maybe be anywhere between let's say 3 to 10 views of each video on average. And then we know, because I'm calling people out, several of those views are going to be from the minion of the people who I'm calling out. And then usually the person I'm calling out will come in as a false name too. Like, that's probably what Rufus is. And that's probably pretty much the norm on doing these videos. And so it's very typical and it's predictable, how everybody's going to play it. Sometimes they try to be a little bit creative, especially when I give them a warning of things, what I'm going to be looking for and everything. I'm going to be looking for it, so it's not like I'm going to waste any time. I'm going to see you for who you are. That's why with Ziggy, I didn't waste any time with Ziggy. I fucking went in, I had a good time. I did some videos with him and stuff, and realized that he's full of shit. It's just like I thought he was. And hopefully he comes over to this channel and starts fucking with me over here too, because I'll call him out over here as well. I know who Ziggy is now. Ziggy's not anybody that he was claiming to me that he was. But I ended up tracking Ziggy down because what I did was I had him post 10 people that he would normally sub to. It was the idea. And then 10 people that he wanted to call out, that he'd be willing to call out. Not that he wanted to call out, that he would be willing to do a series with me if we called him out. So he did the 10 of his own first, 10 of his own people that, he would normally be into and shit like that. So it only took me about 20 minutes or whatever. I started going into all their channels, and when I go into all their channels, they all had one person in common that was not on Ziggy's channel. So, they all had like 40, 50 other channels that were on their the channel board. But the thing is if you look at the first ones that are on there, those are the ones that they watch more recently. That's the way it seems to me anyway. So everything you watch more recently usually pops up at the top. So when I punched onto their channel and then look and see who their channels are, who are they watching, and then this one person kept coming up in common right at the beginning within the first 10 people on all their channels. So it's 10, 10, 10s, and 10s, and here I am using zeros. I don't like that. Just notice that. I should have only checked 9, and I should have had him only upload 12 or something. Anyways, so I went over there and I heard his voice. So I went over to that channel that they all had on there, and there he is talking, and I'm like, I fucking had a feeling, I had a feeling it was gonna be you. So I busted him out that way. I'm doing it on the other channel though. I'm doing that separate. I don't want it interrupting what I'm doing here with Harald Kautz and the Moon and shit right now and stuff. So I'm gonna do that separate. And besides, it gives me something to do for all the other videos, because I can only do 5 a day here. So I'll be back.